Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. We are still on partial fraction, but today we'll be solving questions involving improper fractions. In the case of improper fractions, that is, the degree of the numerator is greater or equal to the degree of the denominator. So just like we have improper fraction for basic mathematics, we also have improper fraction for algebraic fraction, where the numerator will either be greater than or equal to the denominator. So in this case, we divide the numerator by the denominator. Here we're going to be using the long division method. So we divide the numerator by the denominator and obtain a proper fraction. So now when we get this proper fraction, then we split it into partial fractions. Then after splitting into partial fraction and solving using the partial fraction method, the quotient and the partial fractions give us the result. So the quotient here means the answer we get after dividing the numerator by the denominator, and the partial fraction we must have gotten after solving will give us the result of the question. Now let's solve the question on the screen. It says, resolve x cubed plus x squared plus 4x over x squared plus x minus 2 into partial fractions. Now the first step we are going to do here is to divide this, and just like I said earlier, we're going to be dividing using the long division method. So here we impute the denominator, which is s squared plus x minus 2, and here we impute the numerator, which is s cubed plus s squared plus 4x. The method we are going to use here is the method we use to divide polynomials. So the first thing we are going to do is to take s squared divided by s cubed, which will give us x. Now x times s squared will give us s cubed. X times x will give us plus s squared. X minus 2 will give us minus 2x. So we are going to subtract, which is what we do for normal long division. Now 4x minus 2x will give us plus 6x plus 6x. S squared minus s squared is 0. S cubed minus s cubed is also 0. So judging from what we have on the screen, what we'll have as the remainder is 6x. So this we are going to rearrange or restructure what the question looks like. So we should take note, the quotient, which is our answer, is x, and then the remainder is 6x. With the answer gotten after dividing with the long division method, the structure of the question changes. So from s cubed plus s squared plus 4x over the denominator, which is s squared plus x minus 2, it becomes the quotient, which we got as x, plus the remainder, which is 6x, all over the denominator, which is s squared plus x minus 2. So from this variable, 6x over s squared plus x becomes a proper fraction. So with this variable, we are going to use it to find the partial fraction for this question. So by looking at the denominator, s squared plus x minus 2, it is a quadratic equation. So we have to use the factorization method to get the factors of this denominator. So we have s squared plus x minus 2. We'll have to factorize this. So multiplying this 2, we'll have minus 2s squared. So we have to look for the factors of this, which will be minus 2s squared. We can get minus 1x times 2x. So we use these factors to know if it can actually fit into the plus x, which we want to replace. So minus 1x plus 2x, when we multiply them together, we get minus 2s squared. But when we simplify either by adding or subtracting, minus 1x plus 2x will give us plus x. So this factor is actually correct. We can use it to replace plus x. So this becomes s squared minus x plus 2x minus 2. So when we put this in the bracket to bring out what is common, s squared minus x. What is common here is x. When we bring it out, we are left with x minus 1. And here what is common is 2. So we have plus 2. 2x divided by 2, we have x minus 1. So since we have the same thing here, we're going to pick one and then bring these two together. So we have x plus 2 and x minus 1. So these are the factors after factorizing this quadratic equation. So now we write this question. It becomes s cubed plus s squared plus 4x over s squared plus x minus 2 equal to x plus 6x all over x plus 2 x minus 1. So these are the distinct linear factors for this partial fraction. So after we must have gotten this, we now have to proceed to solve using the partial fraction method. So we're using this data to solve the partial fraction method. 6x over x plus 2 s minus 1. So 6s over x plus 2x minus 1 will give us the partial fraction as a all over x plus 2 plus b all over x minus 1. Now we'll look for the LCM. Our LCM is the denominator, which is s plus 2 s minus 1. Now s plus 2 s minus 1 divided by s plus 2 s minus 1 is 1. 1 times 6x, we'll have 6x equal to s plus 2 s minus 1 divided by s plus 2, we'll have s minus 1 times a will give us a bracket s minus 1 plus s plus 2 x minus 1 divided by s minus 1. We are left with s plus 2 times b will give us b bracket s plus 2. Remember from our last video, we used substitution method. So we're going to use the same here. For those of you that might have not seen the last video, you have to go back to it to get the foundation of partial fraction. Now using the substitution method, we have to replace s with a value that after imputing it, it will either eliminate a or b. So I would like to eliminate b first. So to eliminate b, put x equal to minus 2. That way, we are finding a. So this becomes 6 brackets minus 2 equal to a into bracket minus 2 minus 1 plus b into bracket minus 2 plus 2, close the bracket. 6 times minus 2 will have minus 12 equal to a times minus 2 minus 1, a bracket minus 3 plus b into bracket minus 2 plus 2 is 0. Now we are left with minus 12 equal to a times minus 3 will have minus 3a plus b times 0 is 0. Then minus 12 is equal to minus 3a. So divide through by minus 3 to get the value for a. Minus 3 here 1, minus 3 and 12 will have 4. Minus 3 here 1, minus 3 here will have a. So therefore, the value for a is equal to 4. Now we'll move further to find the value for b. So working with the same expression, to get b, we put x to be equal to 1. That way we are eliminating a. So therefore, 6 brackets 1 equal to a into brackets 1 minus 1 plus b into brackets 1 plus 2 we'll close the bracket. 6 times 1 will have 6 equal to a bracket 1 minus 1 gives us 0 plus b bracket 1 plus 2 gives us 3. So we're left with 6 equal to a times 0 is 0 plus b bracket 3. 6 is equal to b times bracket 3 gives us 3b. So when we divide through by 3, 3 here 1, 3 and 6 is 2. So therefore, b is equal to 2. So now we'll bring back our question in its original form so that we can sum up our answers. Thus, in its original form, we have s cubed plus s squared plus 4x all over s squared plus x minus 2, which after that we got the quotient x plus a all over x plus 2 plus b all over x minus 1. So therefore our final answer is x plus, to the value for a we got 4 over x plus 2 plus the value for b we got 2 over x minus 1. This is the answer for this question. Now let's look at another example. Here we have express 2x squared plus 1 all over x minus 1x plus 2 into a partial fraction. Now if you look at the question here, we have the numerator in degree 2 and the denominator is also in degree 2 because when we expand this, it gives us a quadratic equation. So since they are equal, we still have to divide using the long division process. So but before we do that, we have to express the denominator as a quadratic equation. So since we have x minus 1, x plus 2, s times s gives us s squared, x times 2 gives us plus 2x, minus 1 times x gives us minus x, minus 1 times 2 gives us minus 2. So when we express further, this becomes s squared plus x minus 2. So this becomes the denominator. We use it to divide the numerator. So dividing, the denominator is here s squared plus x minus 2, and in we have the numerator 2s squared plus 1. Now s squared divided by 2s squared, we have 2. 2 times s squared gives us 2s squared. 2 times x, we have plus 2x. 2 times minus 2, we have minus 4. Now when we subtract the division, 1 minus minus 4 will give us plus 5, which is we're actually following number to number, then we'll do the algebra to algebra. Now when we look at here, there is nothing here that stands for degree 1, which is just 2x. So it becomes 0 minus 2x gives us minus 2x. 2s squared minus 2s squared will have 0. So I have to rearrange this question so that the subtraction will go inside. So our remainder becomes 5 minus 2x. So expressing this, we can see our quotient is 2 and our remainder is 5 minus 2x. So we have to restructure the question to fit into this description. So it becomes 2s squared plus 1 over s minus 1 s plus 2. Our quotient comes here first, 2 plus, then what we'll have after dividing, 5 minus 2x over x minus 1 x plus 2. So this is already in a proper fraction. we express this using the partial fraction. So our question now becomes 5 minus 2x over x minus 1 x plus 2 equal to a over x minus 1 plus b over x plus 2. LCM is equal to x minus 1 x plus 2. X minus 1 x plus 2 divided by x minus 1 x plus 2 will have 1. 1 times 5 minus 2x will have 5 minus 2x equal to x minus 1 x plus 2 divided by x minus 1. We are left with x plus 2 times a bracket x plus 2 plus x minus 1 x plus 2 divided by x plus 2. We have x minus 1 times b bracket x minus 1. Now using the substitution method, to eliminate b, I'll put x equal to 1. That way, I'll be finding a. So it becomes 5 minus 2 bracket 1 equal to a bracket 1 plus 2 plus b bracket 1 minus 1. 5 minus 2 times 1, we have 2 equal to a bracket 1 plus 2, we have 3 plus b bracket 1 minus 1 is 0. So 5 minus 2 gives us 3 equal to 3a. Now we'll divide through by 3. So therefore our a is equal to 3 here 1, 3 here 1, 3 here 1, 3 here 8. So a is equal to 1. After deriving the answer for a, we move forward to derive the answer for b. Now to eliminate a, which is the only way we can get b, we put x to be equals to minus 2. That way, we are finding b. Comes 5 minus 2 into bracket minus 2 equal to a bracket minus 2 plus 2 plus b bracket minus 2 minus 1. 5 minus 2 times minus 2 gives us plus 4 equal to a into bracket minus 2 plus 2 is 0 plus b into bracket minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. Now 5 plus 4 is 9 equal to 0 plus minus 3b. Our 9 is equals to plus times minus is minus 3b. So I'll divide through by minus 3. Our b becomes 3 here 1, 3 here, we'll have 3. And this minus will give us b equal to be minus 3. So now we've gotten the value for a and b, we'll have to put the answers into the original question. Thus, remember our original question came in form of 2s squared plus 1 over x minus 1x plus 2. Then after simplifying using the long division method, we got the quotient is 2 plus a over x minus 1 plus b over x plus 2. So therefore the answer is 2 plus, the value for a will go 1 over x minus 1 plus, and the value for b will got minus 3 over x plus 2. So getting our final answer, it becomes 2 plus 1 over x minus 1 plus times minus will have minus 3 over x plus 2. This is our final answer. For those of us that haven't seen the video on our last class, the link is in the description box. Click on it to have the foundation of partial fraction. Thank you very much for joining us in today's class. See you in my next class. Bye.